ABC6 Chief Meteorologist Randy Brock, talking a little bit about some of that white stuff that we saw out there today.
Right. Well, speaking of, too, right there on I-90 through Austin, over to Albert Lee especially, that's where we're starting to see things being a little bit more icy. Parts of I-35 from Owatonna down into Mason City. And looking at I-35, right where Highway 30 comes through near Ellendale, we don't have too terrible of conditions right now, but this one's a little sneaky. Now, we have light snow and then a touch of freezing drizzle. You know, that combination is making it slick out there. And it's not everywhere. We haven't seen much at all happening in Rochester, but we have in Austin. We've got a nice little coating of snow. And we're looking at that all coming to an end later this evening. So good news there. This round is going to be done soon. It's going to be quiet tomorrow. Nothing happening here on our Wednesday. But we're looking at 2 to 4 inches. So it's not a major deal, but because we do have 2 to 4 inches, shovelable, plowable snow coming through, and something that might, for some of us, last toward Christmas. It's a big enough deal. It's going to slow things down here on Thursday. Right now, this one has slowed things down, especially in south central Minnesota and north central Iowa and farther to the west. We've had some pockets where visibility has been reported as low as a half mile and some freezing drizzle and rain in the mix too. That's why you see the pink shade popping into the radar picture every once in a while in North Iowa. We've also seen some of that liquid coming down in parts of south central to southeast Minnesota. So not a big clipper, but it is something that is making for a minor accumulation. Slick road conditions this evening, so you want to take your time as you're getting out and about. We don't have any winter weather advisories or winter storm warnings or anything like that, but with liquid coming down and temperatures holding in the upper 20s, that's freezing fairly quickly. 29 degrees in Austin, right, or in Mason City, and 28 in Austin and Rochester, 27 in Owatonna. Not too much of a wind, so good news there. The wind chill's a little bit below the actual temperature, but they're still holding in the 20s right now, not down into the teens, and the wind fairly light tomorrow. We've got an icy glaze on our camera there in Albert Lee, looking over Fountain Lake. Temperatures for all of us in the 20s, a cloudy sky in Rochester, but we did recently have some snow, and now just a little drizzle in the mix in Austin as well. Temperatures here tomorrow, they'll be in the low 20s. The temperature's a little bit below the norm for this time of the year tomorrow. Back into the mid-20s on Thursday, but on Thursday that is going to be accompanied by some snow. Tomorrow, things are looking good, but this evening, some light snow coming down, and then moving on into the very start of the day tomorrow, temperatures down into the upper teens in Byron. Future clouds and radar picture showing, once we move on into tonight, that clipper is moving on out of here. For our Wednesday, cloud cover decreasing in the afternoon, so we'll see a little bit of sunshine later in the day tomorrow, and then the next wave coming in on Thursday. This one's going to be a little more problematic here for us. Now, areas along and north of I-90, that is where we're looking at the potential of 2 to 4 inches of snow. Could be a trace to 2 inches in parts of northern Iowa, so not as much there, but there's also a little bit of differing guidance on the wave coming through on Thursday. It does look like most of us will at least see an accumulation of snow out of the deal, and once we scoot on into Friday, things quieting down and cooling down. Highs to end the week and start the weekend are going to drop down into the teens, and then we are back into the 30s, and this is Christmas Eve, 33 degrees for a high. So if we do get some spots with up to around 4 inches of accumulation on Thursday, I'm thinking it is going to stick around until at least Christmas Eve. Low tonight, 18 degrees. Snow's going to end late this evening, and some of us, namely around Rochester, might not see any at all. Wind gusts up to around 25 miles per hour. The mostly cloudy sky here for Wednesday. Highs are going to be a little bit cooler than they were today. We'll be in the low to mid-20s tomorrow afternoon. We have an alert day for that snow, 2 to 4 inches moving through on Thursday, and then cooling down going into the weekend next week leading up to Christmas. Temperatures a little bit milder. This looks to be our one shot.
Is that right?
Today and Thursday. Beyond that, one shot for Christmas.
Hopefully it'll stick around for Christmas, right?
It'll be fantastic,
and then those businesses that rely on, the snow to stay in business.
I think it will. If we can get a few inches, we'll be good.
Okay.